Really good race. Race number 9, 1,200 metres the trip here. We're still on the dirt. It's a Class 2 contest headed by Fabulous One. Last start was 2 1/4 lengths behind Mr. Stunning. House of Fun unlucky behind Premier last time out. Limitless drops in trip. Gets onto the weather for the first time. Classic Ember, very impressive last time out. Pavlovsky, 4-time course and distance winner. Fight Hero, 3-time course and distance winner. Perpetual Treasure was a winner last season. Red Marble goes back up in class, or goes up in class, I should say. He's in Class 2 now for the first time.
Well, Fabulous One's going to lead, no doubt about that, and I think Pavlovsky will drag over with him. They'll jump from gates 10 and 11 respectively. California Whip can burrow through. Perpetual Treasure races handy. Alma Baby's a chance of going forward. Limitless could potentially settle 3 back the fence. Classic Emperor, this is a little sharper for him, 1,200 metres, but he's likely to get back in the field. The winner of the last start by a big space.
First one we'll look at is Limitless. Hits him just coming through the middle of all this traffic. You can see he doesn't mind the surface. He does cock his head. He's waving to the crowd, looking at the cameras as he comes down and just running out a little bit. But the surface doesn't seem to be a problem. Classic Emperor was such a big winner on this first start on the all-weather, and he's going nicely as well. He's only been raced over 1,200 once and been placed. So he's going nicely. Loves the surface, so he might have found a new thing for him. Now, Fight Hero's had 4 runs on the grass leading into this, and now he comes on to his favoured surface. He's well rated. Me Choi's got him going along very nice and super fit going into this particular race. So I think he's the big smoky in the race.
All right, OK, that's Fight Hero. $14 about him at the moment. Start off with Fabulous One. He's dropping in class. This is the race I was talking about. It's packed full of quality, and a number of these will be going round in the sprints a week on Sunday. Yeah,
well, this is like a Group 1 race, really, isn't it, Andrew? And he gives a really good sight, and he's going to jump, he's going to lead. He's got the 7-pound claim for Matthew Poon. I think he'll take all the running down, Fabulous One. We know the worst or the weakest part of his race is about this point here, 100 to the post. But Mr. Stunning, Lucky Bubbles, Amazing Kids, Magic Legend, DB Pin just managed to get past him. He'll take some running down.
Yeah, that's a credit. He's got the big weight. Matthew Poon will help him with it, 7 pounds off. It's just a matter of whether Pavlovsky, etc., do annoy him, because, as you say, the hardest part for him, I think, is the last.
You couldn't leave him out of the first 4, though, could you, Paul?
I have, yeah. I think he'll be stopping with 100 to go.
So did I. All right, let's move on. Anyway, House of Fun. Dragon Master in here as well, but House of Fun really catches the eye. Just gets held up. He tries to duck up the inside here as CJ.
Now, this horse is having his first start under race day conditions on the all-weather, but he's won numerous trials on the surface. He always works well on it, and he should have won this race. There's no question. I thought Premier just couldn't get out until that very last bit. I think he's going to run very well. I've got him in.
No, I've left him out too, so we're going to see this race differently. I'm not sure about him on the surface. If he starts pulling and reefing and so forth, that can be all sorts of trouble for him. 1,000 metres is the way he likes it, because they just run.
There should be lots of speed here, though.
That's true, yep, that'll be to his advantage. So,
all right, OK.
Not for me.
OK. Classic Emperor, wide margin winner last time out, but this is over the 1650, of course.
Yeah, he's back to 1,200, but he does run well over the 1,200, and he's only had the 1 start on it. He's been bred for the surface, and they haven't run him on it before. Once he gets onto the surface, it's just like catch me if you can. With all this pace in the race, I think he's going to run really well once again. Punters have made him favourite already. I've got him in for second.
Don't like him. I think it's too short.
They went really quick in that as well.
They did, but that's 1650. This is 1,200. There's some fast horses in this. He's not going to know where he is in the first 300 or 400. He might be able to close in late, but I think he's going to give away a big start. That's why I've left him out.
Yeah, he's out for me as well. Limitless, my favourite one of my favourite horses. He's got his quirks. He's got the ability from barrier 1. He'll be on the rail anyway, if nothing else.
He was the flip of the coin one for me. I know he's got the talent and he might like the surface. Paul highlighted he works well on it. Yeah. He went in on 4th place for me, because he should hit the line OK. There's good quality horses in this race, Western Express Racing, Supernova, but he's quirky, and that's his biggest problem.
I agree with you on there, Brett. I've got him in for 4th as well.
Bit of a variation here. We agree a couple of times, we agree a couple of times, you agree a couple of times. That's the good racing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he'll settle much better with this decent speed.
That's it.
No, not this time.
Right.
And he's still a big price as well. The big bet hasn't come from him. It normally does, doesn't it? Limitless, he gets hit pretty hard in the market. Still a couple more to have a look at. Red Marvel, decent effort. And again, this is a race we've already seen. This is Willie Way flashing home down the outside. Doesn't quite catch him, though.
A different level of race, though, Andrew. You know, coming into Class 2 here. He's very consistent of late. First time in this grade. He's drawn awkwardly. He's got a light weight. I think it might be just a bit too much for him.
Yeah, I agree. I think he won't be far away, but I haven't got him in the first 4. He's got that light weight, which will help him, but this is a lot tougher than that race.
Yeah, absolutely. He's up in class as well, even with that light weight. OK, so one more to have a look at, or listen to, I should say, and that's Tommy Berry on his chances here.
Pavlovsky, Tommy's a horse who's run some good races on the turf this season, but onto the dirt. Does he get his chance?
Yeah, look, he's just a horse that hasn't drawn a gate all season, you know. He's been very unlucky there. He's always he's been made to do work, and he's been beaten by some very good horses over the last few starts. And you know, he's back on the dirt, which I think he probably enjoys a little bit more than the turf. There's not a great difference. He's been very competitive this preparation, and he's a horse that deserves another win. As I said, he's had to do it tough a lot this season, so it'd be nice if he could get one back.
Yeah, big player, even from that wide gate. So what do we end up with here, Paul?
It sounds like we're going to have a mixed bag. Pick and mix here, but I'm going to go with one we haven't even talked about. How's that? Fight Hero. He's going to get back. He's going to get midfield in this really strong pace. He's come to the all-weather at exactly the right time. I think he's been set for this race. $14. I'm very happy with him. I'll make him the long shot and back him each way in this. Classic Emperor, I think, will be running on late, as Brett said. There's a lot of pace in this race, and he has been placed on his only start over the 1200. House of Fun works well on the surface. I think he can go nicely. And Limitless, I put in for 4th. So went 9, 4, 2, 3, but all over the 9 each way.
Yeah, where do you expect him to be in the run, Paul?
Midfield, I think, Fight Hero.
Okay.
When he did win over on the same rating he's on now, he was midfield and he just ran away and won easily, if you remember.
I'm going to favour the horses on the speed. Pavlovsky to Trail, Fabulous One. They'll run 1-2 for me. Perpetual Treasure at a bit of value is a very good horse on the dirt on his day. He'll be in the early positioning and he can stick on. And then Limitless is the little smooth operator who might be closing in late. So 5, 1, 10, 3.
Yeah, Limitless one more time for me. And speaking of smooth operators as well, make sure you go to the website HK Direct. This week, Ed Sadler is looking at that particular race, plus special guest Graham Pavey looking at the Japanese horse as well for HKIR. All right, one more race to go, race number 10. Last on the programme, plus all the best bets. That's next.